Hello everybody, my name is Ana Pamela Lamas Gonzalez and this is my evidence number 3 from Contemporary World. First of all, we're gonna talk about some important events of the last decade. The first event, 9/11 in 2001. On September 11, 2001 at 8:46 a.m., American Airlines Flight 11 crashed into the North Tower of the World Trade Center. It was the start of 4 coordinated suicide attacks on the USA. Nearly 3,000 people died on that day. It became a day that changed the world. Number 2. Facebook was founded, 2004. It was the beginning of the greatest social networking revolution that would hook on 1.3 billion active users all around the globe. Facebook was founded on February 4, 2004 by Mark Zuckerberg with his college roommates and fellow Harvard University students. Number 3. Indian Ocean earthquake and tsunami disaster in 2004. It killed people over 14 countries and inundated coastal communities with waves up to 30 meters high. With a magnitude of 9.1 to 9.3, it is the third largest earthquake ever recorded on a seismograph. The earthquake had the longest duration of faulting ever observed, between 8.3 and 10 minutes. It caused the entire planet to vibrate as much as 1 centimeter. Number 4. Apple unveils iPhone 2007. A phone that reinvented the phone and created an almost instant worldwide brand, bringing down the then leader Nokia and dominating the cell phones market still today. Number 5. The death of Osama bin Laden, 2011. After a decade-long search to catch the most wanted criminal on the planet, the pursuit came to an end on May 2, 2011, when Osama bin Laden, the man behind the deadly 9/11 attacks, was killed in Abbottabad, Pakistan, shortly after 1 a.m. local time by a United States Special Forces military unit. And the last event, number 6. Donald Trump wins the U.S. elections in 2016. During the whole year, the world had been struggling with the uncertain idea of who was going to win the election from the most powerful country of the world. The moment a man considered as racist and discriminated from all his ideals wins the election, series of protests began all over the country against the now new president of the United States. Now I have some terms that we are going to talk about. They are globalization, terrorism, unipolar world, and digital era. Number 1. Globalization. The worldwide movement toward economic, financial, trade, and communications integration. Number 2. Terrorism. The use of violence and threats to intimidate or coerce, especially for political purposes. Number 3. Unipolar world. A state of domination by one superpower. And number 4. Digital era. Period characterized by the use and invention of new digital technology. Now I have some video that is going to explain us in an easier way the globalization.
Globalization is a widely discussed topic. It is therefore not all that easy to explain such a complicated term in simple words. Let's start from the beginning with the background to globalization. Advances in technology, such as mobile phones, aeroplanes, telephones, and the internet, have made the growth of transport and communication networks possible. Amongst other things, this means that people and countries can exchange information and goods more quickly and in a less complicated way. This process is called globalization. Globalization comes from globe and means the worldwide coming together of countries and nations. Let's look at an example. Companies used to manufacture products in their home countries, just like the companies Profi TV and Supercolor, who produce televisions in country A. Their products are in direct competition with each other, but both companies pay the same salaries and production costs. They have the same customers, use similar suppliers, and sell televisions at similar prices. In short, the same conditions apply to both companies. So far, so good. Due to technical, cultural, and economic developments that have come about through globalization, other companies which manufacture products under different conditions can now offer their products in country A too. That's why a company from country B can sell televisions here at a lower price because they were produced for less. The local firms Supercolor and Profi TV have to react to withstand the competition. And so the world grows closer together, and there is an active exchange of goods between countries. More affordable products are available for more people. However, not only does an exchange of products and economic goods take place, but also of services, knowledge, cultural goods, and even languages. All of these individual elements are closely linked and influence each other. But where there is light, there is also shadow. Because of globalization and this intense exchange of goods, people and the environment often suffer. If a company decides to move production to an economically disadvantaged country, people in industrialized countries lose their jobs. At the same time, job opportunities open up to many locals in the economically disadvantaged country. Many people in these countries work for very little money in comparison to those in industrialized countries. Therefore, they often remain poor and more often than not do not have sufficient insurance, social insurance, or health insurance cover. A further disadvantage of globalization is ecological problems such as climate change. The use of aeroplanes, ships, and lorries to transport goods over international borders is constantly on the increase. This causes more carbon dioxide to be released into the atmosphere, which, in turn, is the main cause of global warming. Even national environmental standards are ignored. This is a further cost factor in the worldwide international site competition, which should be kept as low as possible to be attractive for a company. There are therefore many sides to globalization, which affect almost all aspects of life, causing me to think that the chain of positive and negative effects will continue to grow further. What's important is to realize that globalization itself is neither good nor bad. It just depends how people deal with all the new possibilities in the future.
Hope you have understood better the term of globalization. Now we'll continue. Now we're gonna answer some questions. Number 1. Why did the globalization emerge? For 1,000 years back from now, a lot of people has been buying and selling to each other actually from lands that seem to be pretty far away. The policy and the technology of the past decades have increased the trade, the investment and also the migration in order to create an economic development. This whole system was created to make the world a better place to live. to also guarantee the solving of problems like the poverty and the unemployment, such as promoting the economic growth to make companies even more competitive between them and also to lower the prices for the consumers. Number 2. In most cases, what caused the terrorist attacks of 20th century? I think that the reason why the terrorist attacks occur and keep occurring is because of the social and also political injustice. I think that the terrorists think that whenever they see something wrong about the world, they gotta fix it. And this is the way they think it should be done. They think that the violence is the only way because it is what impacts the most. It's because of the damage that they make, is because that some things that you just can't forget anymore. Number 3. How does the end of the Cold War relate with the unipolar world? The Cold War had a unipolar system. When the Soviet Union collapsed completely and the Cold War came to its end, the United States became the most powerful country at the moment, making a whole transition for the history and in that moment too, sorry. Everyone was so devastated, and suddenly the United States of America were on the top of everything, and no other country could ever try to reach them because of the difference of the power that they believed they had. And number 4. How has the digital era influenced today's society? The digital era influences us in plenty ways. Our lives will be completely different if we couldn't be able to own a computer or a cell phone. Most of the activities that we do every day have something to do with the internet, and that makes our way of living way easier. The digital era has influence in the education in a lot of different ways. The way the way of getting information nowadays is just fantastic and really easy. We have the privilege that the people from the past didn't have. It's an immediate transition of any data, and you can communicate with whoever you want that is located anywhere in the world in just seconds. This area has also changed the communication media. We can know what's happening on the other side of the world in just seconds. So here's my bibliography. Hope you have liked my work. We have also here the links of the images and the video. So that's all, folks. Hope you like it, and thank you.